Two, welcome to the After the Bell DJs Talking WWE. My name is Matt, representing Allentown, Pennsylvania, and joining me once again for tonight, my brother David, representing. I got to turn him on there. There we go, David, representing Virginia. How's it going, David? How you doing, brother?
Good. Welcome back. Would you forget how to?
Yeah, I'm back, man. Yeah, shout out to David and Jared. Held it down for Monday Night Raw while I was out in Pittsburgh. I was over at the Level Up DJ conference with some of the homies out there. So, shout out to Zimmy, Scratch Bastard, the whole crew, Trays, Don Perignon. I got to hang out with all of them. So, Bizon, can't forget my man Bizon. So, and a million others that I'm definitely forgetting. So, but I'm back home in Allentown. So I am here ready to go over some WWE, man. So, show started out super hot. So let's just get right into it. So our first little segment here, we get Randy Orton coming out, open up SmackDown in St. Louis. Orton, does his little trash talking about Cody Rhodes, and it's getting a little repetitive at this point, but we're getting closer to WrestleMania, so that's a little bit to be expected, at least how I kind of think. Then Cody's music hits. He comes out to the ring, and before he gets into the ring, they have a intense stare down right before he enters. And then as soon as Cody enters the ring, they start brawling. And, crowd's going nuts. Everyone's excited for it. And then all of a sudden, we get a guy with some sunglasses coming into the ring, and it's Pat McAfee. Nobody saw this coming. I mean, nobody. I've seen a million theories of who's talking to Randy Orton on the phone. Not a single one said Pat McAfee. So Pat McAfee runs into the ring unexpectedly, kicks Cody in the nuts, and then beats him down a little bit there. Pat grabs a mic, and to kind of sum up what Pat said, Pat just basically is just like, this business needs Randy Orton, doesn't need Cody Rhodes, and that's why he's in the ring to basically team up with Randy. So as this kind of all goes down, Randy, before he leaves the ring, as Cody's laid out, he whispers something in Cody's ear. I didn't hear it. I don't think it picked up at all. I don't know if my TV, you didn't hear it either, right, David? There's nothing. Okay, so we don't know what he said in his ear. Randy and Pat walk back together, go through Gorilla and the whole thing. And then the one thing I wanted to note is the camera cuts back to Cody in the ring, kind of getting up slowly and kind of starting to get out the ring. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because you could clearly hear St. Louis booing big time. So Cody's getting that heel treatment there with the boos. So yeah, Pat McAfee officially aligning with Randy Orton for this. Was Pat McAfee aligning with Randy Orton? Is this probably the most shocking thing in SmackDown recent memory? I mean, geez, like I said, I've heard so many theories about who's on the phone. My personal thing was I said it was the voices talking to Randy. What did you think? I don't remember what you said, David. What did you think?
I think at one point it was there. Then Monday night after the Stephanie thing, Jared and I were talking about maybe Triple H.
Right. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, because yep, I remember that.
That's a curveball. They got us.
They did, man. They did. I mean, so you were just as surprised as I was, I take it.
Yeah, like
yeah.
You heard no peeps. I mean, I guess they did throw some little nuggets. Remember, he was supposed to be on McAfee last week.
Yeah. So and I was gonna say, and the funny thing is, so I'm a loyal McAfee watcher. Like I watch every day as I'm kind of doing in between my meetings and doing all my work and stuff. And McAfee was live today in Indianapolis. Didn't even really mention WWE at all throughout the show that I can kind of recall. So there wasn't any little breadcrumbs or anything like that. Now, one thing I do remember now, the first segment where Randy was on the phone and he was just like, oh yeah, it was good seeing you a couple weeks ago too. Randy actually flew to Indianapolis during the NFL Combine and had an interview with McAfee. So like all does kind of line up. Yeah. So it all kind of lines up. I thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And then, like you said, Cody kind of canceled on Pat McAfee. I think that was last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it might have been last week. So yeah, there was definitely little breadcrumbs there, but yeah, nobody saw that coming. So with Pat McAfee being involved, does it make the Cody Orton feud bigger, or do you think it doesn't really matter?
Well, first of all, shout out D Walker. What's up, brother?
D Walker, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Appreciate you as always.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how to feel about it yet. I'm gonna let it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna let it stew because I don't know if this was before you when McAfee was in NXT. He was a heel, so he can.
Yeah, that was before me. That was before me.
I'm gonna give him a chance. We'll see how it goes. It just how is get a lot. There'll be some other stuff too. We'll cover later. It kind of seems like a remix of last year. Nice, I guess, a nice way of putting it on stuff. I mean,
you mean between
ruined the business last year. Now McAfee's trying to save it.
True.
I'm like, and I think poor Triple H is getting chastised for McAfee, but I think it was the big boss. Was the big TKO guy, not Shapiro, but
I think his name's Khan too, right?
No, not Nick. This is like that's WWE, like the TKO guy.
I don't know.
Arya, the one Rock's always mentioning.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's one of the head motherfuckers, pretty much.
Well, one thing I can say is, like I said, I watch Pat McAfee pretty loyal every day, and I mean, anytime Triple H is on there, Triple H loves McAfee. Yeah. Like he absolutely loves McAfee. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just Triple H's kind of call on this. Yeah, I mean, don't think. Good.
No, like they were saying because he was on. I think it was McAfee. He did an interview recently. It might have been with McAfee. I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name to save my life right now. But he's like he wants to make McAfee the next Stallone. So I think Triple H's hands were tied on this one.
And to be honest with you, I just don't know how much McAfee's gonna actually do. Because and D Walker agrees with you there. He said TK move for sure. The reason I say I'm not sure how much Pat McAfee is going to do is because, his schedule is just nuts as it is, especially with doing College Game Day and everything that. And now he has a second kid on the way. He has a second kid on the way now too.
It's off season for football, so that is.
It is off season but that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I know a lot of the. Longtime WWE viewers, at least I kind of picked up on it. Correct me if I'm wrong, David. I feel like a lot of the longtime viewers are not fans of McAfee. But to be honest with you, McAfee was kind of one of the reasons why I really started to get into WWE. You know what I mean?
I enjoyed him when he was on commentary.
I think he's funny as shit.
He brought a different twist.
Yeah, I think he's funny as shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he'll make little quick remarks and jokes.
The only guy that can't play for West Virginia, I like.
I love it.
I'm a Hokie, so you know me.
I know, brother. I know. But yeah, so definitely the biggest shock of the night, and probably going to be the most talked about segment was right at the top of the show. Now, let me ask you that little whisper segment. What do you think? What do you think Randy was kind of whispering in Cody's ear there?
I don't know. I didn't really catch it. I must have missed that. Just like the whole "what the hell" moment.
Yeah,
I will tell you. I mean, I wasn't surprised about the booze because, I mean, it's Randy's hometown.
Yeah, right.
So that was going to be. Even when he said, "Hey, I'm not doing it for y'all," he still got cheered.
Yeah, 100%. No, 100%.
Yeah, he's still singing Cody's song, and he still did the "whoa."
That is true. But there was definitely a shift in energy for sure.
Yeah.
Like I definitely felt that. As far as what I think Randy might have been whispering, he was just probably like, "This is what it's going to be. This is WrestleMania. You're going to be laying right here, and I'm taking you out." Pretty much at this point, how do you feel about this match? I pretty much almost feel like Randy's a lock to win.
Yeah, because I just like McAfee even put a little thing on X. Like he did a bunch of, he's always.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He put a little video not too long ago. Basically, if Randy does not win at WrestleMania, he would never see him at a wrestling show again.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people who hate him are cheering for that, but yeah. I
I think,
don't.
I mean, you got to.
Yeah, I don't see Orton losing this here. Now, with McAfee coming out here, do we think like McAfee's going to play like a manager Paul Heyman kind of role for WrestleMania, or maybe he's just not be involved at all, and this was just kind of his one
Be
kind of
involved.
hey, I'm here.
It will be involved. Of course, the Fiend memes are already started.
Right, right.
Like it's some of the stuff is PTSD from last year, or some of the negative stuff, and it was just more than this little match. It was
I agree.
some other stuff we'll get into later.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Definitely my favorite segment of the night, though. Unfortunately, it was the first segment, so we had 2 hours and 45 minutes or whatever to go after this. But definitely hell of an opener. If I had to rate this segment alone, I would have probably put it at like a 9.7 out of 10. Like it just for the sheer shock value of everything. Yeah, I mean, damn, nobody saw it. Like I said, I've heard a million theories about this, and not one was Pat McAfee. So WWE got us on this.
Thankfully, it won't the worst case scenario. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say that's worst case scenario, but Arn Anderson or Bob or DiBiase.
Yeah, see, like when I heard those names and stuff, and it actually made
really know, like newer ones. I don't think would know.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So, like, if Ted DiBiase Jr. comes out, honestly, I don't even know what he looks like. I know what Ted DiBiase looks like. I don't know what he even. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know what he looks like. He would have came out and I've been like, who's that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
security, so had have been security getting him.
Yes. That would have been funny if it was the security guard that got thrown by Oba and Brock on Monday. If it was him talking to Randy Orton the whole time. By the way, I didn't get a chance to talk about that Brock and Oba segment from Monday. So, I mean, obviously that's the most memorable segment from the show. I just want to put it out there. When they were standing toe to toe, face to face, bro, my body got goosebumps.
The aura was there.
Like I got goosebumps, like I was like, holy shit! Like I'm probably the most excited for this match at WrestleMania, and it's not even Punk and Roman. We got Cody and Randy. Like I am most
three true main events.
It is, and I gotta think they start ESPN2 Sunday night, or I'm sorry, ESPN on Sunday night. And the only reason I say night 2, night 1 would make more sense, but night 1 is going to be on ESPN2 to start out. Night 2 is going to be on ESPN1. So that's the only reason I'm thinking maybe night 2 starts with this match.
I could see it, but I don't think they need to, because
I agree.
It's going to be too much light. Oba's entrance. I mean, Oba's still there, but his entrance is
not.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, because they can't black out a Legion like that.
Coming out in daylight.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because and I was there at SummerSlam when Y6 came out in daylight, and it's definitely could not.
Just remember WrestleMania for last year, all the early matches.
Yeah.
West Coast time.
I mean, WWE is definitely known for starting out, big shows with a banger. So. Yeah, maybe. I'm just trying to think of where they might place it. Maybe right before the main event. See, the only thing you got to worry about is if you put it on like right before the main event, it actually might outshine the main event.
Yeah, but knowing Brock too, if you ever notice his history, pretty much is main event or he's first match. Like the year that and just like you said, Brock likes to get out early.
Yep. Yeah. They might just.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I mean,
they might just be like, screw the sunlight and just go for it.
Yeah. I mean,
they might.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I think
not for nothing too. If you're watching on like ESPN or ESPN2, if it is night 1 and starts off the whole WrestleMania, if you are watching and you're kind of new and don't
Yeah,
quite know who these people, you're going to be like, holy shit.
that's
Like,
ESPN's hyping up the most.
yeah, yeah. So you're going to be pretty right off the bat, kind of like glued and hooked the way we all are as
Mhm.
already wrestling fans. So yeah, they might just say screw. And you know, one thing you got to think about too, with it being in Vegas, you know, they're on PST time. So with Mania starting at 6 o'clock our time, that's 3 o'clock over there. So they got hours before it gets dark.
Yeah,
Hours before it gets dark. So yeah, they might just say screw it and well, yeah, D Walker, it is indoors, but a lot of light comes through
yeah, wow.
Allegiant. I've been in Allegiant during the day, and actually we saw last year at Mania too. So yeah, a lot of light comes in there. So yeah, that was the opening segment there. Go ahead, David.
I mean, it's just what 5 seconds of his entrance is in the dark.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, he doesn't. He's already going. Like he's already got an aura. So
yeah. I just seeing those two. I mean, hey, when I got the goosebumps, it wasn't from his entrance. It was when they were standing across the ring from each other, full lights on. So you know, they
and
yeah.
a little funny nugget you might not know. You remember this might be before you Dijak. He was in the NXT. He came up to the main roster for a little bit. Were you during COVID?
I
Remember
don't know.
Retribution?
No, I
Okay,
wasn't watching during COVID.
he was old wrestler, but he's got a wrestle school. Apparently, those the security guards were his students. He
Oh, the ones getting thrown.
you stop beating up my students.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they were literally just and Brock's was like the most unnecessary one too. Like he was basically halfway up the ramp and just picks the guy up and I was like, oh my god. I know, too good, too good. But all right, I wanted to at least touch on that because I didn't get a chance to talk about it. So what a hell of a
A
segment.
little small nugget.
What's that?
He shoved Pierce into the thing. You know, nobody played it off. I guess they caught too much shit. Okay, hey, everybody else gets fined and stuff like that. So he basically had to address it. So at least they didn't ignore it.
Yes, yeah, I was wondering about that too. I was just like, whoa, is he gonna get like fined or something? Because then remember, at the end of the show, Roman also threw him too. I don't know if you saw that, but Roman threw Pierce too.
He didn't throw Pierce. He threw one of the other guys, one of the producers.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
those guys get thrown off.
Screw those guys. Now, all right. So our first official match of tonight was Rhea Ripley going against Michin. I didn't have too much expectations for this match. B-Fab was along ringside, and you know they had a little early back and forth there. Michin kind of using her little speed, but Rhea was pretty much clocking her the whole match. Jade walks out mid-match to kind of watch from ringside there. But you know, like I said, Rhea takes control, locks in the submission. Michin ends up tapping out. And then after the bell, we get B-Fab and Jade entering the ring to kind of beat down Rhea, you know, which we've seen now for 2 weeks, I think. Or, yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks. Or a week. No, week. Yeah, I think just a week or two. Something like, yeah, I don't know. It all kind of all blends together. But this time, we get Io Sky's music. And Io runs out to make the save, clearing the ring. So, you know, Io and Rhea are left in the ring with Jay, B-Fab, and Michin kind of retreating there. And yeah, so we get a little, you know, Io back up here for Rhea. Do you feel like Io's going to be involved anyway in this Mania match? I mean, I feel kind of disappointed just because it doesn't look like they really have anything for Io. She's so good for WrestleMania. What are your thoughts here, David?
I still think it's going to be Io and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then possibly a triple threat with Kyrie. I mean, but it's a good little throwback, I guess, getting them in there because you're like, crap, here we go again. Like,
yeah.
And it won't much to the highlights of the match, but oh my God, the freaking Razor's Edge, it was so awkwardish.
Yeah.
I would meet him stifter or to push off the rope. I don't know what the fuck that was.
It's not too often to hear David talk like this, ladies and gentlemen. So He's actually pretty nice about this. I'm a little more rude than he is, so it's bad when David's pointing this out. Yeah, Michin she's just not super great in the ring. She's very much of the lower card, living in that main event. When I say main event, I mean YouTube's main event area, because that's where I see her and B-Fab fight a lot. So did this segment make Jade's group look dominant or kind of weak, since Rhea still came out stronger? Because I don't know what to think of this whole faction. I don't know what to think of it yet.
I'm just curious which way they go. I mean, hopefully they put the title on Rhea, because just to give that back a boost, even if she's transitional, but they got to get it off of Jade. I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a mess. If I'm being honest, it kind of seems like this whole.
I mean, and it shows you. I mean, how much of a superstar Rhea is, and how much interest is really in this match.
That's what's going to be my next question to you. So, like, after tonight, any extra interest in this match, or just kind of like, yeah, we'll watch it. It'll be on.
Yeah, but
yeah, we'll watch it. It'll be on. So yeah,
this is what D Walker said the other night. This is a bathroom match.
Yes, we're definitely gonna take. This is. I don't know where they put this one. Hopefully not on ESPN, because that ain't gonna draw anybody in. Rhea's such a star, though. That's the tough part, right? Like,
I mean, Jade looks like a babe. I mean,
Jade looks great, but
we could get in this match and be completely ass wrong.
And you know what? That's a fair point, because, in fairness, we haven't really seen Jade, as Jared points out, we haven't seen Jade wrestle much.
And with somebody really good.
And with someone good. So, she might come out and be like, hey, she's really been busting her ass, might really surprise us, and kind of come out and be like, oh, okay, all right, Jade, Hey, who knows? Hopefully we get surprised. Right now, just not super excited.
And the color from the graphic I've seen looks like it's going to be a night one.
Yeah, you know what? That might be on ESPN too. For night one,
that would deter.
Yeah.
You want to. You know what? I wasn't surprised. I hadn't looked at I didn't pay attention to the color of the graphic. The Intercontinental ladder match. Start that off.
That could be cool. And
by
the way, for everyone, I know I told you, David, but for everyone watching after the stream and live here, all those qualifiers for that ladder match are on YouTube on WWE's channel for the main event. So it's almost an hour show. You get to see all the qualifiers. You kind of know who wins, but still, really, it's never bad to watch Javon Evans. So so if you got an hour to kill.
Yeah, during Monday night it was a little misleading how they already had them. Are they going to have more? But I'm glad that got clarified a little bit more.
Yeah, I was a little confused myself. I was just like, oh, wait a minute, where did all these guys come from? But yeah, all the qualifiers, and Jared, if you're out there, you get to watch another Rusev match, because he was in the qualifier. So so you get to see all that. D Walker agrees with you. You said the ladder match would be a great opener there with that. So I don't think this gets us any excited, but we'll kind of see where they end up putting this. The only reason I said on ESPN2 night one is just because Rhea is she's probably the biggest star. She's probably the biggest star in WWE. And if you're selling your product, you want to show your best product, right?
Yeah.
I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you, David. I agree with you. But
it's going to be tough.
I'm just thinking from that business mindset.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this is probably.
I am too. She's biggest, but you want the best overall product.
Yeah. But ESPN might not care about that.
I don't know.
Just something to think about. We'll see. We'll see where it lands.
I'm thinking of freaking Russell Palooza. I think
God, wasn't that a weird time, man? We weren't even doing the show there, where it's just like, hey, we strike this new ESPN deal, and 2 weeks later, here's a new PLE. Like, what?
But we didn't get into it long. But the whole deal, I think originally they were supposed to take off first of the year, and
Yeah, yeah,
we want it now, so that's why
yeah,
it got. You could tell it got thrown together quick.
yeah. Oh my God, unbelievable. Yeah, yeah. Like it was literally 2 weeks. I think it was literally 2 or 3 weeks
Yeah.
later after the deal they had a PLE. So, and then they like completely dissed it with like a grade with that letter grading. Remember they gave it like a D or something like that. So it's like you guys wanted this. No. But all right, let's move on to our next segment of the show. Next segment we have Uncle Howdy and Tama Tonga. So before we get this, we get a little backstage with Tama and Solo where Tama's basically like, bro, we need to stop focusing on this lantern. And I'm like, yes, yes, listen to him, Solo. He's like, let's just take over this division and stop worrying about this damn lantern. Solo insists, nah, man, like you better not mess this up, is exactly what he said. So the match begins, a little back and forth. Can't say there was any like super standout moments in this match. Solo ends up coming out probably about halfway through the match, holding his lantern. Tama during the match kind of gets frustrated there and kind of has an argument with Solo about the. He's like, "Go back, get out of here, get out of here," and that allows Uncle Howdy the distraction allows Uncle Howdy to capitalize, pinning Tama Tonga. And then Solo enters the ring and basically is arguing with Tama. And Solo basically, has the lantern and Tama takes it and basically sets it at ringside. And Uncle Howdy leaves with the lantern. Hopefully ending this damn storyline. And my apologies with the green screen. I have a different setup for today, doing it in a different location.
You're pulling your white 6 over there.
Yeah, I'm pulling my white 6. But yeah, so hopefully this ends this whole feud with the freaking lantern. Do you think it's over, David? Do you think it's over?
Because remember they had that little backstage, so it sounds like we'll get one more match. So, because basically,
I sure hope not.
Because when they were backstage, and Tama was like, "We need to get back to business," and he said, "Let's take him out one more time, and then we're good." So, sounds like one and done. But the lantern's back. I'm like you. I was a little surprised it happened just the way it did.
Yeah, so we actually texted before this and be like, hopefully this ends tonight. And you're like, yeah, probably not. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, we'll kind of see. I guess we'll get one more match. I kind of missed that little backstage thing that you said there. I kind of missed that. So I guess we are going to get one more, unfortunately.
Yeah, so.
Now, do we think Tom is going to break away from the MFTs? We've been talking about this for a couple weeks, and it's seeming.
Just curious who goes with him, or everybody goes with Solo. Because if you go back and watch that backstage, like the eyes from the other ones are like looking at both of them.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And I'm gonna take up for Solo. Going, when he came out, Tama was in the mandible claw.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a cool moment too. I should have mentioned that.
He was not in a good spot. So I hate to say it, Solo actually saved him possibly.
He did. He did. Yeah, because he was probably close to tapping. So yeah, you're not wrong on that. So yeah, overall this match was not too great, but that's kind of what we've been getting through this whole feud. So hopefully over soon. So let's move on to our next match here. So we get Aleister Black against a injured Matt Cardona. So we've seen this backstage in an earlier segment to kind of set it up here. Cardona enters. He's really selling his injury. Has the arm all protected there with the cast and all that stuff. Black definitely targets the wrist. That's what these guys do. So Cardona definitely struggles with his injury there. Black kind of controlled the match for the most part here. Cardona tried to do the little comeback, but yeah, his wrist just wasn't happening. So Black does his kick. Man, that kick that Black does. What's he call it? I forget.
Black mass.
Yeah, man, that Black mass, man. That when he hits that, it hits and knocks out Cardona. Black pins him for the win. Pretty solid match, man. This match actually surprised me. I liked it a lot more than I thought going into it. We were actually kind of texting before the match, and I was like, Aleister Black, but But it actually turned out to be, a pretty. I like the storytelling with the injuries and all that stuff. I thought it was really good. My question to you though is, do we feel like Matt Cardona's kind of being hurt by these repeated losses, or is the injury kind of protecting him a little bit on that front?
I say protect him, but at least he's getting airtime, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Him and Royce basically debuted. Well, no, I guess he had the match at John Cena's tournament.
So Royce, I think people do it, but from my understanding, because you see Royce has been on main event, he's getting he's trying to get used to the WWE. So I think in the long run, I think it's going to be better for him.
Hopefully, because one thing that at least I've noticed is, especially with the NXT talent, as they develop these people for a long time, you get a time like right now where I don't know how you feel, but I feel with the call up of Javon, Trick, and Oba, they're all in WrestleMania the first year. Like, that's some amazing character building right there, that you literally throw them in the first year and boom, they're on the biggest show.
Yeah.
Kudos to NXT.
HBK doing a hell of a job down there.
Hell yeah, man. Like, I mean, and we talk about the women all the time, you know what I mean? And the women are amazing. Like, they probably have 3 women in NXT right now that could fight in WrestleMania and people would be excited about. And they're still in NXT, you know what I mean? So yeah, kudos to NXT and what they're doing. Just to kind of go back to this match real quick, where do we think Aleister Black's kind of going? Do we think he should be getting a bigger feud? Because he's been looking pretty good. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he's been looking pretty good.
I think it's just too much. He's right now too much talent above him. I think he's just stuck on that mid card.
I agree.
He'll be one of those ones that puts on a hell of a match. So
I agree.
Still more than he was doing at AEW.
And I also agree with D Walker. Matt is definitely happy to be there, man. He's definitely happy to be back for sure. So as this segment kind of wraps up, we get a quick backstage with R-Truth and Damian Priest, which was hilarious because he was like, Priest basically was just like, did you set up a match with Kit Wilson and Miz? Like, that's going to be our first title defense? And Truth is like, yeah, don't worry about it, man. Asuka cursed them. We're good to go. And he's like, Asuka? He's like, yeah, she's running around with the paint on her face. So R-Truth thinks Danhausen is Asuka, which is hilarious. And he doesn't back off of it the entire time. He's just like, yeah, man, we gonna fight. Yeah, Asuka. Yeah, she cursed them. We're good to go. So I love R-Truth, man. So hopefully Danhausen isn't taking over R-Truth, because we can't lose. We can't lose R-Truth. He's too good. But anyway, let's go to our next match here. We're going to touch on the R-Truth stuff a little, and Damian Priest a little bit later. So we get Charlotte and Alexa going against Lyra and Bayley. So competitive tag team match, little back and forth. This match, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, it just kind of seems like filler to me. It was just like, okay, we'll just keep these female tag teams going back and forth until we kind of can get to Mania. It's kind of what it felt like. Charlotte had some good moves in there, and they had a really cool, I don't know what they call it, the double move where they did the flip and then, kind of get the pin then. Immediately after, so Charlotte and Alexa score the double pin for the win. Immediately after, Lash jumps into the ring, Nia Jax comes out. They start beating down, which is kind of getting repetitive at this point. Seems like, yeah, we'll have a ladies match, then Nia and Lash will come out, they'll beat everyone down, and we'll kind of keep it going. And they kind of touched on Nikki Bella's injury too. Said she should be good for Mania. I'm disappointed, but that's just me. So first question to you, David. Did Charlotte and Alexa, does this win kind of signal them as the favorites for Mania.
I was surprised it was kind of a clean little finish.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
no interference. Yeah.
outside of Lash and Nia, I thought momentum was going more towards Bailey and Lyra. So that one, I mean, a clean pin kind of threw me off a little bit. So
Yeah.
curious. I got a feeling that Lash and Lyra are going to retain.
So, do you think Lash and Nia should be like kind of wrestling a little bit more than just doing these stupid beatdowns at the end of all these matches?
Well, I mean, it, it might make them look better than what Lash
Yeah.
was doing. Nia, I'm not a fan of her ring work.
Same with me. I like Lash. I'm not a big fan of Nia. She just doesn't have a ton of moves that kind of excite me with that. It's definitely. I don't know how do you feel it's getting repetitive? I kind of feel it's kind of getting repetitive at this point.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, kind of like with Jared and I talked about Monday night. We had 7 or 8 weeks in between Chamber and Mania this time, where we used to only have 4 or 5 acts. So I mean, that
is true. That's true.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be some peaks and valleys. I mean, we're seeing a lot of valleys on the SmackDown side. Come on back, Road Dogg. You're missed.
Because again, man, 3 hours. Like when they first switched to 3 hours, we were talking about like, whoa, this show's awesome, man. 3 hours, like this is killing it. But yeah, last couple weeks leading up to Mania, it's definitely drug on, and they definitely have
stories, which I get.
Yeah, and they're definitely doing more of the, like, they touched on the Oba and Brock, and they had the recorded promos with Fatu and Drew and all that stuff. So yeah, they're doing their best to kind of fill the time there till we can kind of get to Mania. So they're doing their best. They're doing their best. All right, so let's move on to our next match here, which is going to be Damian Priest versus R-Truth. Versus Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Kit Wilson and The Miz. There we go. Sorry, a little late. So comedy heavy tag match. I love this match because during, I don't know, probably maybe 5 or so minutes into it, we get a Danhausen running. So Danhausen's music hits, and Danhausen is looking for Miz to tag him. Like, he's got his hand out. He's like, and Miz is looking at his hand. He's like, should I tag him? And he's just like, nah, I'm not going to tag you. Get out of here. But R-Truth says, I'll tag Danhausen. R-Truth tags Danhausen in. Miz tries to throw Danhausen out of the ring, kind of puts him in a little move there. And then all the lights go out, and Danhausen is scurrying off. You have something to say about that?
Yeah, you forgot one thing beforehand. He was getting ready to curse the Miz again. The Miz pulled a ref.
Oh yes, yeah. You're right. I did not want to forget that. So but right before the Miz grabs him up, he goes to curse the Miz. He goes, "You are cursed." But Miz throws the ref in front of him, and Danhausen's like, "Oh no, I actually didn't mean to do that one." So then he leaves. Match continues on. Then as the match kind of goes on, Miz goes for the pin. The referee starts to count 1, 2. And his arm gets stuck because he's cursed, and he can't pin him. So Damian Priest hits his finish, ends up pinning Kit Wilson. Priest and Truth retain. How do you feel about this whole cursed comedy angle with the storyline? Is it getting entertaining, or do you kind of feel like it's getting a little hokey? No, I'm trying to think of a good word for it.
I mean, that was definitely creative. I don't think a referee's arm seasoned up.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And in fact, he had to do it with his left hand. But if you go back and watch the replay, when Danhausen was up the ramp, he was counting along, like pulling for the Miz.
That's true. That is true. So do you feel like the curse spot, kind of the curse with the ref, do you think it kind of helped the match, or kind of?
Yeah, because it makes you go, especially when you see Skull Crushing finale get hit, you're like, whoa, okay, how are we getting out of this?
Right.
This Damian wasn't there. I think we're going to see that ref maybe next week. That'll be our first decurse.
So that's the thing. Like, yeah, is he going to...
Because you can see have the ref, like Danhausen was like, oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if because what the first thing I was thinking of is like, well, if this ref is in another match with the Miz, can he not count out the Miz? Like anyone that's cursed by Danhausen, like he can't count them out no matter what. So like that would be kind of an angle that WWE could use. I don't know if I love it,
It's
but I
different.
might. But I
I mean,
might.
it's different.
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure if I love it, but I might if it happens. I don't know. I don't know. So after our match, though, we get Cody Rhodes coming out unexpectedly. Just kind of takes out Kit Wilson for sorry, Kit. I don't know. Grabs a microphone and basically calling out Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. Um, Not too much here. At least I didn't feel like it was too much. I feel like it was just kind of Cody coming to the dark side a little bit more, and he kind of the one kind of line that he kind of says that will stick with people is he says he hears the voices in his head too, but we don't want to hear what they have to say. What did you think about Cody's little teasing with the run in here and hears the voices in his head and all that kind of
Well, I
stuff?
should have known something. He put some on X like literally 20 minutes beforehand. So I'm like, sorry, that's not how it's supposed to go. We're not done. We'll
Mm-hmm.
talk after the show. So I figure, all right, maybe just he was going to do, he always does stuff after cameras go off. So,
Of course, of course.
but yeah, I was like, okay, it was random. But
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
like how he teased his little dark hair.
Hey,
Going back,
what?
like tease going back to the dark hair.
Oh yeah. You mentioned that. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I think people realize Cody was when he left the first WWE and he was doing his independent and Art Ring of Honor and AEW run, and he did a little heel. He was a he was a mean son of a bitch. Like
I look forward to it.
people is going to turn some heads that they don't know it.
I look forward to it because I definitely feel like it's going to happen.
Yeah,
like I definitely feel like it's going to happen. I feel like they're
I do
definitely
like how he kind of mentioned
leaving all the breadcrumbs.
where he kind of say, "Hey, I'm a dad of two now. I don't know if I can go to that spot.
Yeah,
I don't have it."
yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true. And D Walker agrees with you. You say he was a ruthless heel there. So I like this match though. Besides, I won't say it's the best technical match I've ever seen, but as far as entertainment, 2 thumbs up. Definitely entertaining for sure. So our next
so Kit sold to Crossroads. He was still laid out by the apron when he left.
he was. He was. I didn't even think about that, but you're absolutely right. So that's hilarious. Selling it. So our next match here, we get Sami Zayn with Carmelo Hayes, and this kind of led up because Sammy was backstage and was super excited with the fact that he gets to celebrate his new championship. And he's like, oh my God, this is going to be great. We got the extra pyro and all this stuff. But before Sammy can even get out there, Trick Williams music hits and Trick comes out with David's favorite music artist, Little Yachty. So they come into the ring. Hey, so I'm not going to lie. When they did the turn and I saw there was a second person, I go, oh no, it's Travis Scott. And then once it fully turned, I was like, oh my God, okay, it's Little Yachty. Okay, I can live with that.
We're going to pause it right there because that's what I was talking about earlier. He is giving me Travis Scott vibes and not in a good way.
Nah, I don't. He's not to me. Not to me.
Yeah, I don't know when he was doing. Don't get me wrong, hell of a rapper. Enjoy his music.
I can't say I enjoy his music, but
well, I mean, I'm trying to be positive a little bit here.
I got you.
He sounded like he was fucking going through puberty out there.
Yeah, he has a high voice. He does.
But like it was like crackling and shit like that.
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of his voice.
He wasn't convincing.
I agree. I agree, but I will still take him over Travis Scott.
Your little segment, you said you didn't catch it. I don't know if a lot of people did when they were backstage right before the camera pans.
Oh yeah.
You see Mello in another room in the background. So WWE is good about little Easter eggs and backstage segments.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is Trick gets out into the ring first. kind of cuts a little promo. Is just like, hey, why don't y'all hit Sammy's pyro for me one time? And yeah, they hit Sammy's pyro for Trick Williams. Sammy ends up coming out, does a little back and forth with Trick. Mello's music hits, and Mello basically just explains to Sammy like, dog, I didn't like the way last week went down. And you could definitely hear the crowd booing Sammy. They were definitely on Mello's side.
They booed him.
Because
Right.
What's that?
They booed him when he showed on camera, when he came out.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely on Mello's side, because I feel like all of us kind of feel like, man, Mello's really been entertaining us for these last couple weeks and kind of deserves a shot to be at Mania. So they kind of do a little back and forth, and Mello's just like, you need to give me a rematch tonight. And Sammy's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, man. Like, this is just the way it is. Trick kind of instigates it a little bit, and then Sammy says, okay, you know what? You're right. Let's do it. I'll give you the rematch, but if I win, this is it. I don't want to hear about this anymore. We got a deal. Mello says bet, and we get the match. So this match was pretty entertaining. I liked it. It was definitely a competitive little back and forth. The biggest thing, man, is this turn with Sammy. Like, the crowd was very loudly yelling Sammy sucks during this match, which I was like, wow, Sammy's definitely a baby face, but he's definitely turning heel there. So Sammy kind of gets out of the ring, and then Mello goes to kind of jump out. It's called a suicide dive, kind of, right? I think it was a suicide dive. Or was it off the corner?
Between the ropes.
Okay, it was on the corner. Yeah, I forget how he did it, but
he dove over the top.
Oh, he dove over the top. You're right. So he dives over the top, kind of misses it, and kind of lands on his leg awkward. And you can kind of tell he's like, he pulled something, and he's just kind of like, oh, wait a minute. But he tries to power through it. He struggles. He definitely struggling to stand. You see he's limping. And by the way, like, I'm like 90% sure this is a work, but he was selling it really well. Like, I got to give it up to Mello. If it is a work like I think it is, he was really selling it really well, not forgetting, like, oh, yeah, I got to make sure I favor this leg throughout the entire match. So as the match kind of continues on, referee goes to check on Mello in the corner after Mello kind of jumps off the top rope and misses Sammy again, kind of landing all his weight onto that leg. And as the ref is kind of checking on him, Sammy kind of approaches, and the ref's like, whoa, no, give me a minute. And Sammy kind of notices his opportunity, backs up in the opposite corner, and does his kick on Mello while the ref is right there and lays Mello out, pins Mello. I don't know what this means. Like, how's Mello going to feel? So my first question to you is, how is Mello going to feel losing again, saying, yeah, if I lose, I won't bother you anymore. Like, I get it. But the way it kind of all went down, I kind of feel like he's not going to be okay with this. What do you think?
Well, when you said that, it made me think of one little small detail. I don't know if they're bringing in when they were talking. Sammy went to shake his hand. Mello never
yes
shook his hand.
Correct.
That little small detail, possibly, but I don't know. I think Mello's got to be involved. I mean, you can tell WWE's heard the pushback. Like, people,
yeah.
Yes. I mean,
yeah.
Mello made a good point. He's like, I ain't run the whole damn field for you to score the touch to get to the goal line. You to go over the goal line.
And you could clearly tell the crowd was on Mello's side, for sure.
I see Ilya. Maybe I would like to see a 4-way. Get Ilya involved. Because where is he at?
I mean, Ilya and Mello matches are unbelievable. Those are always bangers. Yeah, that would be awesome.
And go back with D-Walker, what we talked about a couple comments ago, talking about double turn.
Oh, yeah, right. Could be.
Yeah, that's Sammy 2 times in a row taking advantage.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely. I feel like the finish was designed to definitely protect Mello, because I think WWE kind of sees like, okay, this guy's getting over.
Expecting Trick Yachty to actually get involved with the next.
Yeah, me too. Because as soon as we kind of were texting back and forth, and then as soon as I saw Trick sitting at ring, David said initially, I was like, "What do you think's going to happen?" He was just like, "Oh, I'm sure there's going to be shenanigans, and we don't get a real finish and that kind of stuff." And when I saw Trick at ringside, I was like, "Yeah, you're right. We're going to get that." And yeah, it we didn't get that. We got a relatively clean finish. I could kind of say like relatively clean. Do you think the crowd turning on Sammy is organic, or do you think the WWE is kind of shifting him after kind of hearing the cries?
I think it's organic because just the way he's had some character changes. Obviously, leading up before with Cody and Randy and him complaining and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we know Trick is over. Mello was over. I mean, I don't think they would have a choice.
They got to at least do a triple, right? They got to at least do a triple.
Yeah, the Mello, if they don't, I think it's going to be too much negative pushback.
But how do they get him in there, though, with the triple is my thing. Like, tonight would have been that opportunity, right?
Unless it was that small little handshake thing.
Because I just don't know how they get him in.
I mean, hell, after McAfee, anything's possible.
Yeah, right, yeah. No, you ain't lying. And then, of course, after this match, Trick and Yachty get into the ring, do a little extra smackdown on Sammy over there.
Scott vibes with Yachty. I don't know why. I don't know. It might be just.
I don't feel as strongly as you, David, about Yachty. I'm okay with Yachty. I can't say I'm a fan, but compared to some of the celeb stuff,
PTSD from last year. It's hard to get over.
You know what I think it might be with me now that I'm kind of thinking out loud about Yachty. Yachty's at so many shows. I could tell like he's a true WWE fan. You know what I mean? So I think maybe that's why I'm being a little easy on him. Much like Jelly Roll. Like, even though the whole Jelly Roll thing is kind of annoying, and thank God he wasn't on this show. I think we're just all sick of it. You know what I mean? Like, we like him. He did a great job at SummerSlam. We're just kind of over the whole Jelly Roll thing. I think when stars are always there and definitely show that they really love the product, I think it goes a long way, at least with me. When you actually care. So that was the Sammy match there. Then that's it. That is the end of our show. So overall, I'm going to give this SmackDown tonight a 6.9 out of 10. What do you give it? Because the open was so strong, solid mid. It was a storyline heavy kind of night, I kind of feel. And then it kind of dipped.
I'm low sixes.
Low sixes. Oh, wow. You're harder than me. Usually I'm the tough one. So, I think what it was just the McAfee shock kind of really bumped those points up for me a little bit.
I'm gonna let it brew or cook a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hey, we're in the midst of it. What was your favorite match of the night? Let me ask you that.
I don't think I really had one, to be honest with you. Like,
if I'm picking one, I'd say Black and Cardona, which I would not have picked if you're just showing me a lineup card. I would not have picked Black and Cardona. Other than that, like the R-Truth match was great, but not for like a wrestling reason. You know what I mean? Like it was just fun. You know what I mean? Like it was cool. It was fun. Favorite segment of the night? I mean, it's pretty much easy for me. What do you think?
Probably the opening one.
Yeah, same. So yeah, the McAfee shock. This is gonna.
Was a big shock. So
yeah, that's gonna leave ripples until Monday for sure. So
I'm curious. I mean, it's one of those ones like you still like a why.
Like, well, I mean, Pat did kind of explain it though.
Yeah,
he did kind of explain.
Even still, the whole thing is going back. You can tell that's a TKO above Triple H power thing. They saw one little small thing. What it was, The Rock that called Pat to handle this.
Oh God. Be like, yeah, I ain't gonna make it. I ain't making it to Mania again. You take care of this.
Pat and the Rocker Boys.
Yeah, yeah. It was a very very mid show for sure,
But this,
but we did get a nice little surprise.
he and they're probably going. I mean, probably TKO panicking. Hey, we need ticket sales. Let's put McAfee. But at the
So
same
the
time,
only thing, good.
if it's done right, Cody and Randy got too much history. They could sell themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were already interested before that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hyped for the show regardless because we
Yeah.
got Oba and Brock and Cody and
Overall,
Randy and Punk and Roman. Yeah, I mean, I think this card is awesome. To be honest with you, the way the card's kind of shaping up, and yeah, good point there, D Walker.
the only match so far that's really like on the Mania card is Rhea and Jade.
Yeah, for sure, that definitely sticks.
That,
Well,
that's not a knock on Rhea.
it's not. She's carrying that for sure, for sure. So yeah, man. So it's kind of the biggest reactions of the night. Just to kind of recap here, the whole McAfee surprise talking to Randy Orton there, crowd booing Sami Zayn. I was surprised by it at least, and then Cody kind of doing his little promo, saying that he has voices in his head too. Io Sky kind of saving Rhea Ripley. Maybe we get her ringside for Rhea's match there as well to kind of. Man, I hope she gets a match though. Yeah, I do hope she gets a match.
I still think it's a couple more coming out. Like I said, I think that one, the U.S. title.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Tiffany might have got herself in too much backstage heat with her little. I want to be an actor, be in Hollywood, but I'm 30.
Yeah, I don't know if I see that, Tiffany, but
no, I'm saying I wonder if she's getting some backstage heat because originally I was like, hi,
yeah.
I could like maybe her and Julia and Chelsea in a 3-way for the U.S.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
Chelsea needs to get on that card. She's earned it.
She has. I guess my only question is her injury.
Her
injury.
She's back. I think she's just selling now.
Well, she was in the wheelchair last week still.
Yeah, but she's been out like walking around. That was just
okay. That was just performative.
But she might not. Who knows? I don't know if she's clear.
Yeah, I honestly I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, we're on the road to Mania, so this is where we're at with everything. You know what I mean? We're kind of slowing up, giving you a little bits and pieces here and there, and just kind of wait until we get there.
Next week will be the real telltale. We'll get between Monday and
because we got 2 more Raws and 2 more SmackDowns, right?
Yep.
2 more Raws and 2 more SmackDowns.
And I don't see the night before the next SmackDown will probably be your big final one because everything's gonna be set in stone. Everybody's gonna be worried about Hall of Fame and doing all that other stuff.
Yeah.
At night, so I don't think.
Sounds like we're gonna be getting a BFAB matchup next SmackDown. So, well, I mean, it's what they got to do, though, right? Like,
I think she had that one. They had that last week, I thought.
No. I just meant in terms of they need to, that type of wrestler, like lower card, like, hey, we got to get some cards going here,
I mean, BFAB. I mean, I think give her a little time. She's gonna be all right.
How long has she been with the W? I mean, she's been around since I've been watching, but
not much longer.
Okay,
like she was always kind of like in the ring. You've seen her more like the past couple of years.
Yeah, because when I was first watching, she was always coming out. I think it was a New Day, right?
No, it was.
No, she was coming out.
She started NXT.
And she was coming out with Montez, right?
No. Oh, they came out with Montez for a little bit, but before
that's what I was. So that's when I started watching. That was my first introduction to her.
So towards the end of COVID, NXT. This was AJ Francis when he was in TNA. Now he was here. I want to say it was Swerve when Swerve was still in NXT. They were all kind of like a little rap group, kind of like
rap
group thing. And D Walker, you might be able to help me out. I think Swerve was in that group. And there was one other guy, and I can't remember who it was.
So she's been around for a little bit.
Yeah, probably 6-7 years. Well, about now, probably 6 years, 5 years, somewhere in there.
So again, my only My only thing, and I always say it when you guys say, "Oh, she has potential, though. She has potential." There's too
Well,
many
she,
girls in NXT that are ready to go to wait on someone that has potential.
yeah,
That's my only thing, man. It's just,
yep,
man, that is low. Like, I don't know if you got a chance to see Tuesday's NXT, and then tomorrow we have NXT's
yeah.
PLE on YouTube. So, oh yeah, D
Yeah,
Walker said Strickland was in the group. Yep. Um, yeah, so we got a big PLE for NXT tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that, and we got AAA too. So big night of
Oh,
wrestling tomorrow night.
so we talked about it earlier
Oh
on
yeah,
text
yeah.
just a little bit because Jared had mentioned like Grande the Americanos not being on Raw. I think they are listening. I believe WWE is listening, folks, and I think it'd be the right call. Hopefully, it does go this way. The mass versus mass guy should be in a Triple Mania, like we talked about.
Yeah.
So, the taller Grande wins.
Yeah, because I think that's the move because that Grande is so over.
Because you said what next week's their title match when his match with Dom.
I think it's next. Yeah, it's not tomorrow. It's next week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's next week.
Because I'm curious, really, how that's going to go. Is Dom going to come? Like, is Finn going to mess with Dom?
Because honestly, I thought they might actually put it on Mania. I actually thought they might put it on Mania. Dom versus Vikingo.
No, Dom and Finn have got a nice Monday night.
No, I know, but I just meant leading up to it. I thought that's where we were gonna go with things. But yeah, we got Dom and Finn. But yeah, leading up to it, I thought that's where we were gonna go with things. For that title. Yeah, I mean, like you said, Grande is so over.
To be a Triple Mania.
And Grande's so over. There's no way he loses that. There's no way he loses that. No way.
Because Chad Gable will be all right without the mask.
Yeah, he'll be fine. And I mean, damn. Speaking of which, now I think about it, man, I haven't seen American Made in a minute outside of main events on YouTube. I haven't seen.
They'll pop up like some backstage segments here and there, like just in the background.
But when was the last time though? It's been a couple weeks.
No, they've been. I don't remember. Like
honestly, I can't remember, dude.
Random background, like like.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. First and foremost, let me preface that I'm not like a huge American Made fan, so it's not like I'm crying that I'm not seeing them. But
I don't know. It's like you and the security. I think you got a little love for both of them.
It's a little secret love. But yeah, so catered to Hall of Fame. Yeah, American Made will be making hot dogs and hamburgers outside of Hall of Fame at 2:00 in the morning on the East Coast time there. I mean, I'd love to stay up for the Hall of Fame. One thing I want to actually mention here.
Oh, that's wedding.
I didn't know this. The WWE Hall of Fame, I didn't realize there's no actual Hall of Fame.
Mm.
I was like, how is that not a thing? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I just assumed there was one in, like, Connecticut where headquarters is. Like, I just assumed there was one there. I had no idea there's no actual Hall of Fame.
Yep.
That is crazy to me. Like, all the memorabilia they probably have in, like, some
they've got it in
warehouse.
Yeah, they got that warehouse in the like if you watch whenever it comes out on AEW, Treasures or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. They got a guy that that's all he does is categorizes stuff in the warehouse.
Yeah. Dude, that's insane, man. I saw a picture of Danhausen looking at the Andre the Giant statue at headquarters. Dude, that statue is crazy. That's like, oh my, jeez, yeah, that thing is nuts.
I've seen the new building. We went. It was 20.
Do they do tours?
I don't know. See, the 2017 we did a kind of like it was like a bar crawl in Boston, like kind of a St. Patty's thing, Shamrock crawl. So we had to take gear and stuff up there. So we actually drove, and it was snowing up. It was snowing on the way up, so we actually stayed in Stanford. Got a hotel.
Oh, okay.
We're not driving through the rest of this tonight. We'll get up in the
morning. Yeah.
And going by, we actually just like we're in Stanford. We're going by and seeing this damn headquarters, the old one, the one
Hell yeah.
the original one.
Oh, was that the one that those kids broke into?
It might be.
Okay, yeah. You remember that video? That
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that might be that same one there.
Yeah, the original one.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta look into that, man. If they do a tour, I mean, it's like
I
a
don't know.
4 or 5 hour drive. I would do that for sure. Hell yeah, dude. Well, all right, awesome, man. Well, yeah, well, thank you so much for joining the show, David. Always appreciate you. And once again, thank you to you and Jared holding down Monday Night Raw for me last night or last Monday. So definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
Last month. I mean,
What's that?
Last Friday you were solo. I was like, damn.
Yeah, man. Hey, I wanna be here for everybody. You know what I mean? I want to keep it consistent. That hey, after the show, you're gonna get something. You know, whether a couple hours or directly after. You know, I don't like it to be more than a day or two, especially on these Friday night SmackDowns because we got Raw on Monday.
Yeah, we got to figure Mania because that's gonna be 2 nights.
Yeah, Mania. So Mania. Actually, I believe we could talk about this offline. But Mania, I'm free the first night, busy the second night, and I think it's the opposite for you, right?
Yeah, so maybe it'll be.
So there you go. You can host. There you go. Problem solved. Problem solved. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning. Go ahead. What's that, David?
So we will bring D-Walker in, but he's gonna be live there. So
yeah, D-Walker's gonna be. Actually, you know what? We might be able. I might have to talk to D-Walker. We might have to figure out something. Maybe we can kind of
get a live.
Figure out a pop in. Yeah, something like that. So that would be kind of cool. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know, the more action we get on these posts, whether you're seeing this on a short or, you know, on TikTok or something like that, or the full show itself, all that stuff helps the algorithm. You know, tell a friend to tell 2 friends. That's what we're doing over here. So DJs Talking WWE after the bell. Appreciate you guys so much. And we'll be back on Monday Night Raw. We'll see what kind of shenanigans happen on our road to WrestleMania over there. So until Monday, we will see you then. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. After the bell, signing